Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the flaming hot grilled cheese burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell today.
The biggest contest we've ever seen.
Seriously, what's the guarantee?
They're still talking about it.
I think it's time to put the rumors to rest.
Showtime!
$30 million.
$30 million?
$30 million?
$30 million?
That's $30 million, guaranteed. 3 contests, multiple ways to win, no rate. Entry starting at $1,000. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
How's your day going?
Going good. Thank you again.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
Hey Bronco Nation, this is Shannon Keegren with Boise State Softball. Summer in Idaho is the best time of year. Rodeos, camping trips, and the hikes that end in views you'll never forget. At Lithia Ford of Boise, we're here to get you there. With a team known for incredible customer service, the best new and pre-owned inventory, and a commitment to making your experience easy, friendly, and fast. But here's the best part. Every purchase here helps support Boise State athletics through their NIL partnership and athletic sponsorships. See you soon at Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live is the only daily show that talks nothing but Boise State sports. And we do it with you. Give us your comments or questions in the ICCU YouTube chat. Or leave us a voicemail on the Signature Roofing voice inbox at speakpipe.com/BNN. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise, and our major sponsors, Taco Bell, Idaho Central Credit Union, RoadPaint.com, and the Blue and Orange Store. At Lithia Ford of Boise, we're proud to stand with Boise State athletics. Through our NIL marketing partnerships, we're investing in the future of student athletes. Lithia Ford of Boise, here to get you there, wherever that may be. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. Broadcasting from the Sun Cruiser Studios, here's BJ Rains with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
What's up, Bronco Nation? Happy Friday to you. July 17th. We have made it. It is the end of the week. It's Friday. I know it's kind of raining, kind of storming out there. Got woken up 6:15, 6:30 this morning or so by some storms out there. So hopefully everybody is safe and doing all right. No, nothing like a little summer storm. And until you've been to the Midwest and had one of those storms, these are nothing out here. But a nice little rainy Friday. And luckily for the Rains family and the Meridian Youth Baseball group, this was the off week before the regionals next week. So we'll be hopefully looking for better weather next weekend when my kids in the Northwest regionals here. But good timing on the rain being this weekend. But hope everybody's doing all right out there. Our yard could certainly use some of the water. So nice little morning storm here on a Friday. So hope you guys are doing a great day. As I said, my name is BJ Rains. We do this each and every weekday at 9 a.m. I love you guys. This is my extended family here. I always enjoy coming into the YouTube chat and already seeing the familiar faces and the comments and everything in there. So appreciate those of you that make this part of your day, on a regular basis. And we've almost made it, folks. We are so close to football season. We're doing our countdown right now. The 25 biggest storylines, topics, questions facing the Broncos in 2026, trying to give everybody kind of a off-season primer. And when we get down to number 1 here in a couple weeks, it'll be time for fall camp to start. We are on number 11 today. The question is, which true freshmen are going to make impacts right away for the Broncos? We will discuss that today. I got bad news for you. As of now, I am hosting solo today. So Mike Prater is off this week. Who knows? Maybe some of you might enjoy that. But Mike Prater is off, and some of our other co-hosts had some things going on. So you are stuck with just me today. But we're going to have some fun, talk some Boise State football, and kind of see where things go here on a Friday morning. As always, Billy starts us off from Minnesota. Appreciate you. We got New York checking in. Always appreciate hearing from folks up there in New York. That's cool. Emmett. We got California checking in as well. Thank you, BSU 82. Let's see what else we got here. Nice little joke there by Chad, watching from Billy. Let's see what else we got. Sunny, Florida. Appreciate that. Melinda checking in from Boise. Always appreciate that. Melinda, I believe, will be going down to Circa here in about a month. Always one of our Circa contestants and signups. So we're about a month away, 6 weeks or so from the Circa football contest. So we are excited for that, and excited to get down to Las Vegas here in a little bit, and looking forward to Melinda doing that as well. Let's see. Scott Ford, love the desert camo and the name, of course. Yeah, this is all for you, Scott. Got your head on right here, so appreciate it. Let's see. Call Brad. He'll jump on. Tell Brad I got 3 beers with his name. Well, we did have somebody here, Luis, wanting to take a shot with me at the Memphis game. Luis, love you, man. Always enjoy seeing you at the James, at the games and things, but it's a little early in the morning to be thinking about that. Maybe by the Memphis game, we'll see. We got Dallas checking in as well. Vlad from Smoky, Northern Indiana. So Johnny Ballgame, not hosting, but watching today. Always appreciate Johnny for you jumping on and your insight here on Bronco Nation News. So again, you can subscribe. You can read all of our stories at bronconationnews.com. And we'd love to have folks subscribe, 50% off right now. And you get the Paramount Plus subscription once it renews at the full price in year 2. But if you are a subscriber, now is the time. If you're not, you want to jump in, because we have our coverage getting ready to amp up here with the start of fall camp coming up in about 2.5 weeks. Mentioned it yesterday, but Media Day is coming up on Wednesday. Was talking to Alex and the crew down at Boise State yesterday and already this morning, and they're setting up a pretty cool deal down there, guys. We're going to be out on the north end zone plaza. We're going to be on the new concourse of the north end zone. Our shot is going to kind of look into the stadium. You're going to see the new blue, and it's going to be a really cool setup for Media Day next week. So 3 hours, a live show from 12 until 3. I know Johnny and Prater are going to be doing a show. Jay is going to be doing a show. Hopefully you guys will watch us and then go back and watch the other shows as well, because it's all going to be great content, but they're going to kind of be rotating folks through different interviews, and there'll be multiple live shows going at the same time. So you guys are going to have to kind of make a decision. Hopefully you'll watch us live and then go back and watch Johnny and Prater, and I guess their show's 3 to 6. So maybe that'll work out perfectly. Watch us 12 to 3, and then 3 to 6, Johnny and Prater. And I know Jay's going to have a live show as well. We're going to get multiple coaches, multiple players Wednesday, 12 to 3. We're going to be live down at Boise State. And again, from what I'm told, it's going to be outside. We're going to have some sort of tent for the shade. Might be a little warm, but we are going to be kind of looking into the stadium, looking into the new blue right there, and we'll be set up on the new north end zone plaza, I believe. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and looking forward to getting down there and talking to some players and coaches and really getting into, football season here. So I do want to throw a quick plug in there. I need an entry for Monday. So I haven't officially kind of announced this. I've kind of teased at it, but we're going to start this on Monday, and I'm still waiting for the first entry. So if you want to win a shadow box that is signed by Gene Blameyer, and I'll go ahead and put this on the screen here so we can show you what I'm talking about. But Boise State is going to be giving away, or not Boise State, excuse me, Collect BSU, our partner on this project. We're going to be giving away a shadow box autographed by Gene Blameyer, and I will try to share my screen here if I can do this. I'm doing this on the fly, so I apologize. Let's see how to do this here. Share screen, and here we go. All right, so apologize for the technical issues here, but this is from Collect BSU, and Gene Blameyer has signed the 1986 Blue Turf Collectible. It's a piece of the turf, and you can see the autograph there, and you get this nice little shadow box. It's framed, perfect for your wall, your office. It's a $350 value. But we're going to be giving one of these away for free, and the way you can get registered to win one of these is you just have to send us a video, 40 seconds or less, with your favorite memory of the blue turf. That's right, 40 seconds or less. Send us a video. Just snap out your iPhone, take a selfie, say, hey, this is Johnny Ballgame from Boise. Been a Boise State fan my whole life. My favorite memory of the blue is back in 2012 when this happened. The Canadian Bacon touchdown against BYU, and the place was rumbling. I thought it was going to break down. Or you tell us, hey, the Ashton Genty game a couple years ago and carrying the goalpost out of the stadium. I was one of the guys on the goalpost. That's all you got to do. And that's going to be how it works. So it's very easy. It takes literally 40 seconds. You just whip out your phone, record it, send it to me. We just need your name, where you're sending it in from, and give us your best memory of the blue, 40 seconds or less. If you want to give us your thoughts on your favorite players on the blue as well, or just any memories of the blue, we'd love to have them, but we want to play one a day starting on Monday. So let's get a couple in this weekend to get us rolling, and then I think it'll kind of take off from there. But this is a pretty cool deal we're doing with Collect BSU. We're going to repurpose some of these on social media. Chad, there you go. I helped throw the goalpost in the river. Sorry, fishing game. All right, send us the 40-second video of that, of you describing that story. Tell us about it, and then you're going to be one of 40 people entered to win that really cool shadow box. So how you submit it is you just email me, rains@bronconationnews.com. That is Rains, RAINS, at BroncoNationNews.com. We prefer iPhone video. It works better on an iPhone, but if you don't have an iPhone, I can convert it, and it should still work. But again, just send us 40 seconds or less, your favorite memory of the blue. Include your name and where you're sending it from. And if you don't want to give your code name here like BSU Bill and some of these people, just give us your real name, and we'll never have to put two and two together if you're trying to stay anonymous or whatever on the chat. That's fine. But it's a really cool deal. And again, this is a collector's item, part of the blue turf. We're giving one of these away. Obviously, the 40th anniversary of the blue turf is why we're doing this. And they're going to have some cool things in the with the Memphis game. And this is going to kind of lead up to the Memphis game for number one. So let's get Robbie Robinson or Skyship or one of you guys to be the first. We need the first guinea pig to be willing to do this. And then I think it'll start rolling after that. But get them in today. Get them in this weekend. We will play the first one on Monday. We're going to play one each day on the show and talk about memories of the blue turf over the next couple of months as we get set for that Memphis home opener. It'll be one a day for the next 8 weeks. So we'd like to have 40 of these submissions, and they're 40 seconds or less for the 40 years of the blue turf. And I believe I did get this video, but it was like a play, and there was no talking or anything. So I appreciate you sending that. But if you could send another one where it's you and not just a touchdown that they had scored, I mean, that was a cool thing. But and I do like the highlights, but we need you describing the blue turf and your memories of the blue turf, not just sending in a random clip. So I did get this yesterday, but we'd like to have a little more personable thoughts of your memories of the blue, not necessarily just a clip. So if you guys want to get some of those in today, we would love to have it. How do we get the half off deal at Circa for week 0? Well, you have to sign up for the contest. So you have to sign up for the contest. It's $1,000 entry fee, and you get a couple buddies together. The cost comes down, and I can help you get that. Email me, rains@bronconationnews.com, but you can't just go down there and get the half-off deal. You have to sign up for the football contest. But in addition to signing up for the football contest, you get a free open bar pool party at Stadium Swim. You get a free open bar cocktail hour with Derek Stevens, the owner, and the whole crew. And Melinda's in the chat. Melinda, you've been down there a couple years. Maybe let folks like Adam know if the contest weekend is worth going down there for, with all the events and things that you get. So Adam, reach out to me if you're interested. It's an awesome deal, but you do have to enter the contest, and then you do get buy one, get one nights at Circa, or half off, I guess, for the 2 nights, or you could stay for free at the D. So the D is right next to Circa. You still get access to the pool, and then you still get access to all of the open bar events and stuff. But if that is something you're interested in, then reach out to me. We'd love to have you come down. I usually end up buying everybody a steak dinner or a meal somewhere, and we have some fun. I think we went last time, Melinda, to 8 East and had the really nice food there. So we love to meet some of you guys. It's a lot of fun. We have our proxy, Tom Carroll, that can sign you up. You sign up with Tom, and then you can play and make your picks from anywhere in the world. You just have to go down to Vegas and sign up for the contest. But if you've ever wanted to go down there, week 0, you got the Memphis UNLV game. You got a lot of other cool games and things going on. All the other games you can watch at Stadium Swim. But if you want to come down to Vegas for a weekend, there's baseball on, all kinds of sports. We got you covered. You just have to sign up for the contest if you're wanting the 50% off deal at Circa, and it's pretty affordable, pretty cheap. So reach out and let us know. I've never been to the Blue in person. Does TV memories count? Sure. I'll take that. It has to be of a home game, and it has to be a memory of you, watching the game, or tell us what you're doing, but if you have a favorite memory of something related to a home game on the Blue at Boise State, send it on in. We'd love to have it. And again, whether you were throwing the goalpost into the river, whether you stormed the field in 2014 when they went to the Fiesta Bowl, and Armand Nance and everybody was holding up Tostitos bags and wearing sombreros, even though that Tostitos was no longer the sponsor of the Fiesta Bowl. That's always a funny memory that I'll have. It was the Vizio Fiesta Bowl, so I don't know if they should have been holding up TVs or what, but we still had, guys on stage holding up, sombreros and bags of chips that they were going to the Fiesta Bowl in 2014 after that win over Fresno. But that wasn't necessarily the sponsor anymore. But so a lot of cool memories of the Blue, and the new version is down. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the pictures. It is way bluer, and I think it looks great. All the touches with the 2-yard line, the 11-yard line that are painted for Ashton Genty and Kellen Moore. They have the kickoff spot as the state of Idaho. All those touches look really, really nice in there. So if you are available next Wednesday, we're going to be having our live show 12 to 3. We'll make sure to give you some good shots of the Blue and let you see all the stuff that's going on down there. We hope to give you some good new shots of the North End Zone project as well. So going to be a really cool deal next Wednesday, and hopefully you guys will make plans to join us. And 12 to 3, we'll be live 12 to 3. Speaking of join us, I know Johnny's in the chat. They got Phil Steele on today, so make sure you're watching or listening, whatever. Prater in the ball game, 3 to 6 today. Johnny and Greg Frank have Phil Steele on, I believe, at 4:00. So if you want to hear the great Phil Steele, he'll be on at 4:00 today on KTIK Idaho Sports Talk. And then we're going to have Bill Connolly. He's with ESPN. He does the SP Plus rankings, I think actually next Wednesday morning, or he may tape it and play it at some point. But Bill Connolly, the SP Plus rankings and his thoughts on Boise State and the Pac-12 and all that, we'll have from ESPN. We'll be recording that next week and have him on as well. Chad says favorite memory. Now that might be a favorite memory from a BNN pregame show, postgame show, but that would not count for this because that was not at Albertson Stadium. That was in Reno, Nevada, and I'm seeing if I can pull that up real quick. But that was not on the Blue, so you can't count that. So you have to have a memory from the Blue. Let's see here. Make your reservations after you're there and sign up. Go to the front desk and show them. They will take care of the rest. There you go. All right. So no better place in the country than Boise, Idaho. I think you live down in Vegas, Michael, so I would say that might be a close second. But yeah. So all right. Appreciate again all you guys. Get those submissions in 40 and 40. Email me, rains@bronconationnews.com. And again, giving away this signed shadow box of Gene Blameyer. Pretty cool signature, a piece of the turf. If you're a diehard Boise State fan, this is something you got to have. And this is done through collectbsu.com. Check out collectbsu.com. They got lots of great memorabilia and things. I mean, you can buy everything from a team travel duffel bag, like a football player's equipment bag from the road trips last couple of years. You can buy stools that the soccer team used in their locker room, all kinds of cool stuff available for you to purchase there at Collect BSU and get authentic gear that was used by your favorite Broncos. All right, let's talk about true freshmen. I guess redshirt freshmen as well. Freshmen, they're going to step up for the Boise State football team in 2026. Get your names in now. Everyone's going to say Rashawn Jones, and we'll obviously talk about him, but who else? Who are some other freshmen that you think are ready to contribute, that you want to see contribute? What positions do you think they might be looking at freshmen contributing on this year's team? Again, the story is up right now at BroncoNationNews.com. You can go read it. Chris Van Sickle did an excellent job breaking down some of the freshmen that could make an impact this year. So you can read that and get some stats and things if you subscribe. Again, 50% off right now. But who you got? Let us know in the chat. Your top 3, top 5 freshmen. Again, Rashawn Jones is probably going to be number 1 for everybody, but who else do you have on the list? Let us know, and we'll get to that here in just a second. But I do want to thank, speaking of Johnny Ballgame, Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com, the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family. If you're looking for a delicious, affordable, quick meal, Taco Bell, visit a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location today, and they got the great new Cantina line, and the menu's changing daily. So visit a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location today, and don't forget to try out their breakfast. Hey, ICCU, Idaho Central Credit Union, Pearson Carmichael's back with them for another year, and some other deals are going to be announcing soon with some football players, but there's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest, that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. If you're looking to, find a new bank, folks, or maybe you think you're happy with your banking experience, I can promise you, make the switch today. You will not be disappointed. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Jackson's our post-game show sponsor coming up this fall. Reminds you that you can still save that $32 at Roaring Springs when you buy 2 Coca-Cola products. That's right, 2 Coca-Cola products. When you buy the 2 Coca-Cola products, they give you a little voucher. You take that over to Roaring Springs, and you can save up to $32 at Jackson's or Extra Mile by Jackson's. And don't forget that 99-cent bigger fountain drink still available when you use that Let's Go Rewards app. And, of course, we're talking 40th anniversary of the Blue. Well, you better get these jackets before they run out. They got the customized jerseys down there at the Hall of Fame location. They're going to have kiosks all around the north end zone, the stadium. The official in-venue provider of Boise State merchandise is now the Blue and Orange Store. And so many options. Again, 14,000-plus hats on the hat wall there at the location at the mall. They also have the, as I mentioned, the location now at the Allen Noble Hall of Fame. Or you can order anywhere in the world online, theblueandorangestore.com. If you need that official Boise State gear, make sure you get it at the Blue and Orange Store, and rowpaint.com as well. Andy Rowe and Company, rowpaint.com. We appreciate them. All your painting needs, whether it's those concrete coatings, interior, exterior painting, hit up rowpaint.com. Andy Rowe and Company, best in the business. We have had the concrete coatings done twice at our house, on the garage, the back patio. They can do the same for you. And if you have any touch-up, a couple walls you need painted, you can do the Painter for a Day project where they provide the painter, you provide the paint, and you're good to go on some interior home projects as well. So get more information at rowpaint.com. All right, some comments are rolling in here into the chat. Folks are already excited for the Oregon game, and that is certainly getting closer and closer. Johnny Ballgame. Well, let us know what you think, Johnny. Which true freshmen do you have that are going to step up this year? And obviously, okay, question 11 on our countdown, which freshmen are going to make an instant impact? And it, I don't want to say starts and stops with Rashawn Jones, but he has certainly, done enough that I think we're getting to the point where it's going to be a pretty big disappointment if he's not a star here at Boise State. And, coming over here, what he did in high school and what he did in spring ball, I mean, it was a daily occurrence, and was glad that he had that one-handed touchdown in the spring game. So you guys were able to see what we kind of been seeing, or what we saw all spring. And it's pretty rare. I mean, you guys tell me, I've been covering this team for 13 years. Many of you have been, this might be my 14th season. Many of you have been following Boise State way longer than I have. I cannot remember a true freshman. I mean, even Ashton Genty didn't kind of come in with this kind of hype. George Helani didn't have this kind of hype. I mean, there was like guys that, okay, they're going to play, but I cannot remember a true freshman coming in that has this kind of, hype and expectations and excitement around him already. And there may be somebody, let me know in the chat if you guys can think of any, but for a kid that came in spring ball and is already expected to be the leading receiver on the entire team, and, let's be honest, it wasn't like this was some 5-star kid that beat out all these huge schools in the recruiting process. He's come in and obviously had, was an exciting guy out of high school, but you never know till they get there what they're going to be. And there was some buzz around him, but again, it wasn't like he was a top 20 player in the class or something crazy, but he came in and right away, instantly just fit in and more than fit in and prove that he was going to be a guy that's going to see the field. I remember even like in December or January, Spencer Danielson's like, keep an eye on Rashawn Jones. That guy's a dude. And that was when he came on like a basketball game. He came on with a basketball game, broadcast with us at some point in January and February. So there's been a lot of hype. I almost kind of feel bad for Rashawn Jones. Like he's got to if he only has 4 catches in the Oregon game, are people going to say like he's a bust? I mean, like I think people are expecting massive things from him. So he certainly is number one. I mentioned the catch in the spring game, but I mean, he did that every single practice. He's going to be a starter at wide receiver likely from day one, and excited to see what he can do. Excited to see where he ends up this year. And then I guess if he has the year that people expect, is Boise State going to be able to keep him for year 2? I mean, that's already probably a question that should be on our countdown as well. So excited for Rashawn Jones, but there are some other true freshmen. He's the only one that's probably going to start. But you look at other guys that could play, and I know there's some names that Chris Van Sickle mentioned. Cornerback Madden Solai. He thinks he has a chance to come in. He was a UCLA commit. Madden, is it Solai? I apologize to him and his family. It's one of the things these freshmen, when we haven't talked to him or met him yet, we got to learn how to pronounce their names. So, but Madden is a defensive back, UCLA commit previously, 5'9", not the biggest guy, but Chris really said he likes a lot of what he brings to the table. And he thinks he's got a chance to be a contributor on special teams and get out there. Terrius Favors, another guy we've talked about, was obviously as Chris called him, the fan proclaimed star of Boise State's 2026 recruiting class. We've had his coach in here a lot. Julian and 4-star receiver, can do a lot of things. He's a guy that might have a chance at, punt returner, kick returner at some point. He is the highest rated, by the way, freshman in Boise State's roster on the 2027 NCAA football game. So all the hype about Rashawn Jones, but Terrius Favors actually has the higher rating, 79 overall rating and a 94 speed rating, believe it or not, for Terrius Favors. So there's a lot of excitement around him. But obviously Jones kind of took over that in the spring, and Favors was out there and did some nice things. But, I think he's got a chance maybe in the return game, like I said, but how much he impacts at wide receiver right away, I'm not sure. We'll see. Tight end, let's go to the tight end position. How about Kiawe Brown, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Another guy that they like a lot, and we've talked a lot about his backups or his family heritage and all that. The former UFC heavyweight fighter Travis Brown is his father. Ronda Rousey, stepmom, I believe. So Kiawe Brown, I think, has a chance to come in. 6'5", 222. He's another guy that I think is possible in that tight end room to earn some spot. Chris notes him as well. Some other guys, Gustav Hendricks Ross, the edge rusher. He's a guy that could be in the mix. Adam Austin, a linebacker, was a former Arkansas commit that Chris talks about. And Paz St. John, he's an offensive lineman, and it's pretty rare for a true freshman offensive lineman to get out there and play. But Chris did note in the article that he enrolled early, was here for spring practice. He's ahead of where most true freshmen are, and if he develops physically, maybe he could get some meaningful snaps before the season is over as well. And then let's go to quarterback. I saw somebody say Jackson Taylor in the chat. Obviously that's going to happen with the backup quarterback. Max Cutforth, I think, goes into fall camp as the backup, but can he be pushed by either Jackson Taylor and in particular probably Cash Herrera? Cash Herrera looked good at times. I mean, when you watch Cash Herrera just throw a ball, it's a beautiful ball. You stand next to him, he's 6 whatever size. You're like, okay, that guy looks like an NFL quarterback. But when you actually run an offense and have to call plays and make your reads and the speed of the game's going, it's a lot different. And we heard from Zach Hill that, like, hey, he has all the physical tools. Where he is still maybe a step behind is the mental and running an offense and figuring out how all of that works. And so from that standpoint, I think he has a very bright future here, but that's why we've kind of slowed a little bit of the roll when it comes, the hype when it comes to Cash Herrera. Maybe later in the season that's different, but to start the year, he's got some things he needs to work on. But Cash Herrera certainly would be near the top of the list of freshmen that you're excited about moving forward, whether it's this year, whether it's next year. I mean, Casherera certainly is a guy that I think has already gotten a lot of hype and for good reason. And we'll see. Bronco 130 says UCLA commit means nothing. Remember hearing about Rashawn Jones dunking in the 7th grade at Baker Middle School. He's special. Grew up over in Oregon and moved here before his senior year of high school. So when Johnny was doing the famed Johnny Ball Game show over there in LeGrand, Oregon, he knew all about Mr. Jones growing up. Cam Jones at wide receiver. Cam Jones. Now, I believe he was the one that there was a report that he was leaving, and then he didn't leave, and he came back. So I guess he's still technically a redshirt freshman this year. He's an interesting guy. I think a lot of people thought he was transferring. Another recruiting outlet said he was transferring, proved to not be true. And he made a couple nice plays in spring ball. I guess technically he is still a redshirt freshman. So, I think Cam Jones. I mean, they've got a lot of guys, Favors, Jones, all these guys. Quentin Brown from last year. We mentioned Rashawn Jones. Like, there's a lot of guys that are in the mix, but we'll see who ends up pushing their name to the top of that list, because Ben Ford's going to be there. Cam Bates is going to be there. A couple of these other guys. Brown, agreeing with Brown there. There we go. Hope Favors gets some run too. I would guess with Favors where you might see him as in the return game. But I also think you're going to see Jones possibly as punt returner as well with what he can do with the ball in his hands. There was a lot of hype around Sincere Brackett as well, but is he technically a sophomore? Yeah, I think Brackett has a chance at linebacker to play, but I believe he did play in the 4 games with special team snaps and stuff. So I do believe that Sincere Brackett would be a sophomore, but I do expect him to make a bigger impact this year. Adam Austin, underrated guy, Arkansas commit. Linebacker room is weak on paper. He could have a shot to play. Yep, that's what one of the things that Chris noted in the article. Adam Austin came up as a possibility. So let's see. Again, the 27th through 29th in August, it's media days for the Pac-12 in Vegas. Thanks. No, it's not media days. The Mountain West was having media days the last couple of days, but this event, the 27th to 29th, is for the contest weekend. There's no Pac-12 involvement with this event. It's literally to go down and sign up for the contest. We'll be doing the show for a couple of days. You hang out, you eat, you drink a lot, you meet the owner of Circa and some cool people. You see how awesome Circa is, and you get signed up for your contest so you can be ready to win your millions of dollars. So, but no connection at that event with Pac-12. It's specifically a Circa contest event. All right. Appreciate all the comments. Keep them coming in the chat here. Much easier when I'm hosting by myself to take questions and comments in the chat. Gustav Hendricks Ross, 21 years old, so that plays to his favor. Yeah, older guy, physical guy, has a chance to come in. Maybe not this year because of the depth at the position, but I'm telling y'all, Chavis, the running back, is going to be a stud. Yeah, I do. I like him a lot, but again, you've got Gaines and you have Riley, and then you have Harry Stewart. And then you also have the Pitt transfer as well. So they've got 4 guys ahead of him on the depth chart right now. So I would be surprised. And let's be honest, guys, if he does get meaningful snaps this year, that's probably not a good thing. If Chavis gets met reps, just being completely honest, he either had the most impressive fall camp of all time, and he's going to have a chance at the Heisman this year if he's beating out Riley and Gaines, or he's probably in there because there were some injuries. So knock on wood. Has a chance to be really good, but if you're a Boise State fan, you really probably don't want to see much of him this year, just to be honest, with the guys you have ahead of him on the list. Vlad likes to hear there may be some really good freshman O-linemen. They're a most important part of the team. Paz St. John, D-line. Oh, I must have said that backwards. My bad. All right, so apologize. D-lineman for Paz St. John. Favorite moment being there and watching Shayla Depot run 90 yards to hawk down the – send the video. I already got one, by the way. Robbie Robinson, I think, was the first to just send in his video, but send that in. Quintana Show. Record yourself on your phone, 40 seconds or less. Give us your name or your or a fake name if you want, I guess, and where you're coming from and watching, and let us know the memory. Tell us what you remember. Tell us what it was like in the arena or in the stadium. Give us your memory of that play on camera, 40 seconds or less, and we'll enter you in the drawing to win the shadow box. It's as easy as that. So let's see. In Idaho, it's illegal to dunk in the 7th grade, apparently. So Maddox Madsen just needs to get the ball to the athletes in order to be competitive. Yeah. I mean, ideally, you got a lot of these guys just get them the ball in space and see what they can do. And that is one of the storylines we talked about last week. Nathan talked about how much the Boise State was in the 2 tight end set. Is that going to change it all this year? Will they spread it out more? Will they get more wide receivers out there instead of tight ends? with no, you have Wagner still, but obviously with Matt Lauder last year, that changed some things with the 2 tight end sets. So I think that certainly is, a difference that we may see this year in terms of the offensive personnel. When we get Nate Potter on at Media Day next week, that's certainly something we'll be asking him. BSU Bill, love the new 5-and-5 rule. Not a lot of these guys can play more. And now these guys can play in mop-up duty when they're blowing teams. No doubt. There's no red shirts anymore. No saving guys for 4 games, all that kind of stuff. So now, yes, a guy that may not have played now could get some snaps at the end of the game. And let's be honest, Dylan Riley, guys, that's kind of how he got his start. Dylan Riley was getting a lot of mop-up duty action and just kept taking advantage of it. And then they decided to give him more action and more action and more action. He kept moving up the list. So a guy like Atarius Favors or Chavis or some of these guys, maybe an Adam Austin, like guys that, they may be meaningless snaps, but there's no such thing as a meaningless snap to these players and these coaches late in the game. And these guys are getting reps. And I know for a fact, Dylan Riley, because I even remember kind of not calling him out, but saying like, all right, well, cool. He's doing this against, North Dakota, or he's doing this against whoever. Like, let's see him do it in real action. And they started giving him more opportunities, and he started moving up the list. So, I do think that is a big opportunity for those guys. That starts this year. That goes into effect for next year, but it counts these players now. The thing they're trying to figure out is whether or not it's going to count there's issues with these guys that are wanting it that just finished their 4th year of college. They're not going to get it, but it's expected to push through. I guess I don't know if it's 100% finalized, I guess. But there's expected to be 5 years is pretty much supposed to go through. I thought it started on January 20. I don't know when it exactly starts. And I don't know, again, if it's been officially, rubber stamped from that standpoint. But I believe that's the expectations that it's going to go through. So that would give a lot of these guys more opportunity to get that time late in the game. And I think Dylan Riley, again, I don't remember the exact scenarios, all the games, but my poor memory is that Dylan Riley started off getting some carries in the 4th quarter in the second half of some blowouts, and then started taking advantage of it. And that's how he eventually started moving his way up the list, the last couple of years here. So, all right, we'll keep the comments coming. We'll get to them here momentarily. I do want to thank Bauscher Real Estate, #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley and now the Northwest, Matt Bauscher and his team. You can give him a call, 252-9877, BauscherRealEstate.com. Check him out. Tell him you heard him about it on BNN. We bought and sold our home with Matt and his team. Tremendous customer service every step of the way. Check him out, Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Signature Roofing, mysignatureroofing.com. I know of a couple of folks recently that have used them. We're very happy they did. Covering our community one roof at a time. Signature Roofing. If you need a completely new roof, a repair to your roof, an inspection, an estimate, all your roofing needs, hit up the official roofer of BNN, and that is Signature Roofing. Again, online at mysignatureroofing.com. If you need a fence, Element Fencing, 631-2790, elementfencing.com. 25 plus years in the fencing business. Brady and his staff ready to help you build that perfect fencing project from the ground up. They can do decks, pergolas as well. Again, Element Fencing. View all the options and things. You can give them a call, 631-2790, or check them out online, elementfencing.com. Ridley's Family Markets, locations across the Treasure Valley, the Magic Valley, the state of Idaho, and beyond. ShopRidleys.com. And was it the Star location recently? The self-checkout kiosks were the easiest I've ever used, and the spicy guac from the deli was tremendous as well. So Ridley's Family Markets, check them out, shopridleys.com. Support local, support an Idaho company, support a family-run business that supports the local community and teams, and that is Ridley's Family Markets, online at shopridleys.com. Sun Cruiser is our studio sponsor. They've renewed for another 6 months here, so we appreciate Sun Cruiser, their support of Bronco Nation News, and they're going to be all out and about various events and things we're doing with the football season and the pregame shows and things over at the James, passing out some free samples and things and some giveaways. Met up with our gentleman that won the golf bag recently, so appreciate Sun Cruiser, whether it's the iced tea vodka, the lemonade vodkas as well. So many great options. Make sure you check out Sun Cruiser. Also going to be out at Lithia Ford of Boise, I believe next week. We're going to try to get out and do a broadcast from Lithia Ford. Maybe do one of those broadcasts where we drive around in the truck and we'll got some options there. So Lithia Ford of Boise, new or pre-owned vehicle. Again, Spencer Danielson, Jeremiah Dickey, Matt Lauder, Roger Carrion. Matt Wagner. You go down the line, current, former. Riley Smith started it off. And they've had all these great, Julian Bowie as well on the basketball side. So if you want to support a company that literally is supporting Boise State about as big as you can through sponsorships, through NIL deals, through helping these players get vehicles, that is Lithia Ford of Boise. If you need that new vehicle, go into Lithia Ford of Boise. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on BNN and that BJ sent you over, and they'll hook you up with their best possible pricing, new or pre-owned vehicles. That is our friends at Lithia Ford of Boise, and we appreciate Jim Sturk and company for their support of Bronco Nation News. And we're hanging on. My wife's van is hanging on, but when we're ready here pretty soon to have to go get another vehicle, we will certainly be heading over to Lithia Ford of Boise and purchasing it there. Is the next time the media gets to talk to the coaches when fall camp starts off? No. Just been talking here for a while that next week is media day on Wednesday. So next Wednesday, we'll be talking to Nate Potter and Eric Chenander and Stacy Collins and Spencer Danielson. So that will be in about 5 days. Next Wednesday, 12 to 3, we'll be live over on the North End Zone Plaza. So make your plans now. Take off your half day at work. Get your Taco Bell, your Sun Cruiser, your Jackson's hot dog, whatever it may be, and take the rest of the day off or plan to watch us at work or watch us after. But we will be live from 12 until 3 next Wednesday at Boise State, talking to upwards of maybe 10 players, I'm told. Maybe up to 10 players are going to roll through for interviews and 4 coaches. So, yeah, next Wednesday, if you're a Boise State fan, it's going to be wall-to-wall coverage. We'll let you guys ask some questions in the chat. I mean, if you want to ask Eric Chenander a question live, get it in the chat. You want to ask Stacy Collins a question, throw it in the chat. Players, too. So let's get a massive viewership next Wednesday, 12 to 3. And Johnny says, best show ever. So we'll just be the warm-up act. We're 12 to 3, and then Johnny and Prater will be 3 to 6. So we'll just warm up everybody for you guys, Johnny. But make your plans now, 12 to 3 on Wednesday, and join us. And we'll have interactive, and we'll have some fun with players and coaches here on BNN as well. Melinda says, beating Oregon on the blue is a great memory. The punch after also memorable. Well, send in your video, Melinda. You could win the shadow box. Send in your 40-second video of the your favorite memory on the blue, and we'll enter you into the competition there to win the shadow box. So yeah, let us know about that. That's what money will buy these teams anymore, which is why we need upgrades such as the North End Zone. Let's see, why isn't Oregon coming to play on the blue? Ask Greg Frank his thoughts on playing Oregon, right, Johnny? I don't think he wants to play them anytime soon. A lot of hype about Ducks players. Remember, we're 3-1 against them. Single loss with a special teams breakdown. All those NFL guys have to play as a team. And I get it. Oregon's going to have a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator as well. Like, if you want to try to find a, reason to think Boise State has a chance in that game, like, I guess I'll buy it. But maybe Dylan Riley and Sire Gaines go off and Boise State just plays the perfect game. But to be, when you just look at the point spread, I mean, I think we're talking 3 touchdowns or something. Is that a 20-21 point spread? I think I saw. Like, so I don't think I'm going out on a limb saying I don't expect Boise State to beat Oregon. If that makes me some hater, I apologize. Some of you guys want Boise State to win, but I don't know how many of you are actually predicting or expecting them to win when they're on the road as a 3-touchdown underdog. So it's not a disrespect thing against Boise State or whatever. It's just a logic thing. I don't think there's a reason they're 3-touchdown underdogs. That would be a massive upset, one of the biggest upsets in program history and college football history, frankly, probably, if you're a 3-touchdown favorite on the road at Oregon in the season opener and beat them. So I just don't really expect 24.5. There you go. I hadn't seen it was quite that high, but that is certainly kind of what I'm talking about there. 24.5. So Boise State could lose that game to Oregon 45-21, 45-21, and they would still cover the spread by half a point. I mean, 45-21, would that be a moral victory? I mean, that's kind of what, if I did my math right, I mean, 24.5 is a massive point spread. So again, hope Boise State can go over there and shock the world. It'd be great for our business and great for this show, and it would be awesome. I just don't necessarily, and I know Spencer said played them 10 times, we would win at least once. Yeah, maybe this is the one. Maybe they play the perfect game plan and this is the one. And certainly it's going to be fun to go over there and see. But when you're 24.5 point underdogs in the season opener, that's going to be a tough one out of the gate. But with that said, Memphis, home game, week 2. certainly a winnable game there, and every other game on the schedule is a winnable game. So I did see that Boise State's lost 3 straight to Fresno and has only won 1 time in the last 11 years in Fresno when I was doing some prep work for, so this is that, certainly that at Fresno State game is going to be a tough one. For whatever reason, Boise State just has not played well. That at Fresno game is going to be tough. The at Washington State game as well. There's going to be a lot going on for that game. That's going to be a sneaky tough game. So we'll the schedule has some tricky games, but overall, I think if you can get past the Oregon game, there's a chance they could run the table or certainly finish 10-2 at that point and get to a conference championship game and see what happens and then still, hopefully have a chance to get in the college football playoff. So I think there's a lot of positivity and a lot of, positive potential for this team, even if the first game against Oregon doesn't go the way that, many people kind of expect to. One saving grace, Oregon tends to start the season slowly. Yeah, that's fair. They've had that one year they had the close game with Idaho, and that was the same year I think that Boise State almost had that game, there. So, and I think the guys that are still on the roster are going to go over there and say we had a chance 2 years ago and we know it. And certainly Spencer Danielson, and there's a lot of talk about his record against Power 4 teams, and Maddox Madsen, his performance against Power 4 teams. There's some guys with chips on their shoulders and something to prove in that game. So no doubt, certainly going to be one of those games, a prove-it game for Boise State against Oregon. But again, if you joined us late, we're making plans for Media Day on Wednesday at noon. I'm going to keep saying it so you can make plans now. And you don't forget, Wednesday at noon, we'll be live from the North End Zone Hall of Fame the plaza over there at the North End Zone. We'll have a cool setup, I believe, looking over the field and players, coaches. Going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that on Wednesday of next week. And hopefully you will you'll join us on Wednesday at noon. But we'll have shows Monday and Tuesday morning as well, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So getting ready for football season. It's closer. Fall camp is less than 3 weeks away. And again, now's the perfect time. 50% off, BroncoNationNews.com. You can subscribe. You get the full access to all the 24/7 database rankings, all the national stories. You can read all the other teams' message boards like Oregon and see what their fans are saying. So encourage you to subscribe. BroncoNationNews.com. Take advantage of that 50% offer right now for fall camp. And we're gearing up. We'll tell you more about our coverage plans for the year as we get closer, but we're going to be pregame shows, postgame shows, live from the field on the road games, live from the James and in the new college bar down there at Boise State, pregame, postgame, and home games. Going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to this football season and appreciate all of you that are a part of it. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Go subscribe right now. Again, BroncoNationNews.com. I don't know when, but that 50% offer is going to go away. So you might as well jump in now, get locked in for the whole football season, the whole basketball season. A lot of potential for, some fun post games, some fun pre games, and a fun year of coverage here on Bronco Nation News. So subscribe, lock it in. Be ready, and we'll talk to you guys later. Again, hope you guys have a great day. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully the weather gets a little better, and always appreciate you guys starting your Friday off with us. And we're getting closer. We'll be back with Brad Bedell Monday morning. We'll keep this thing rolling. We're into our top 10 of our questions and our storylines starting on Monday. Go support the sponsors. Lithia Ford of Boise, our title sponsor. Couldn't do it without them. All of our other great sponsors. Again, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com. Take care, everybody.